every one of us has a vision of what social justice looks like in our lives and communities. Our ideas are as big and diverse and inspiring as the city itself.
When I think back to 1979 when North Star was founded, I remember an exciting time when all over the country, people in that generation, my generation, felt such a strong sense of calling to this work.
As activists in our communities, we know what is needed, and North Star has always been there for us.
Hurricane Sandy caused devastation throughout the city, but there's no question that poor and working class communities were hit the hardest. Within 36 hours of the storm, North Star Fund was getting grants out to these groups, and we're still working together.
Taking on the NYPD's discriminatory and abusive practices, it took a coalition of more than 100 groups from across the city from every sector. It took years, just keeping at it in spite of the challenges. That's what makes the vision become reality, and North Star was there the whole time.
We don't have a housing crisis in New York City. We have a housing disaster. We're at a pivotal moment where either working class families can't afford to live in New York City anymore, or we all collectively build a movement, stand up and fight back. And that's what we have to do. We just have to do it.
I look around at what's happening in the city, and whenever I see public policies or initiatives that respect the needs of the people with least power, I know North Star Fund is behind the scenes making sure these voices are heard. North Star Fund is also on the front line in thinking about how the most vulnerable among us are affected by climate change or in terms of environmental and food leadership. For all these reasons, I am proud every day to be a longtime North Star Fund supporter.
I'm blown away by the courage and commitment of activists in this city. They challenge the status quo when nothing could be more difficult, and I'm there for them 100% with what I can give.
I think there's always going to be grassroots activism. It's part of who we are, and it's part of our right to be able to protest and to want to change things.
North Star Fund is where we all meet. We become stronger activists, we become more generous donors, and in the process we join together in a diverse community of stakeholders who believe deeply in an authentic democracy where the words on our founding documents live and breathe for every New Yorker.
North Star Fund, activism together for a better New York.